Hi there, it's Natasha, and today I have a card featuring some items from AliExpress. This truck is part of the vehicles one that it came with. It came with a couple of trucks, a couple of cars, and a couple of other things actually. I'm going to use just the truck on this card today, and you can see that I'm just paper piecing the pieces from the truck. I've got one cut out in black cardstock and one cut out in craft cardstock. I've put some adhesive on the back of the little truck and put in the center to the little wheels. I'm going to use some acetate to create a little window for the truck. You don't end up really being able to see this, but that's okay, and definitely do not use as much glue as I used because it is smudged everywhere and I have to put a new window in a minute. Anyhow, so using that black truck, I'm using the wheels off that one and just trimming them up so they're nice and neat. And then I'm going to pop them down using the little precision tip bottle, which has got multi-matte medium in it, which is the liquid glue that I use the most. I find it really good. See, now I'm seeing that there are smudges all over the window, and start again, take that piece off and put a new piece on. I also have put a little yellow piece in the headlight of the truck too. I'm done with the little truck for now, and I'm going to get out some Lawn Fawn stitched hillside borders and the Lawn Fawn watercolor wishes paper pack. I have really been enjoying these paper packs, and I've bought a couple more because they just make it so easy to create little scenery cards, which I really enjoy making. So I'm just getting out a green and a blue, as usual. They're the colors that I go through first. And using a rectangle frame to cut out some of the grass and make it so it's got a little hillside to it, and just using some post-it note tape to run that through my Cuttlebug. Putting that back, and now I'm just going to figure out how much of the blue I think I need. I cut them down because I find that the 6x6 paper packs don't run through my Cuttlebug that easily. I usually end up squishing the side of the paper, so it's easier for me just to cut a little bit out with scissors and run it through. So I've got the blue part done, and now I just need to run the little green hillside through with the rectangle die because I just put it through with to create the hillside before, so it's not at the right size at the moment. And I'm just trying to figure out how much room I think I need for the little truck to sit on down there. Okay, I've got my sky and my grass all sorted, and this is just going to be something that I will adhere it onto, so I'm cutting it down to the same rectangle size as those two, and I'm just going to use the matte medium to stick them on, and this is going to start forming the front of my scene. All of these are going down flat for the moment. The only thing that will be popped up on this card is the little truck in the end. This is a tree die from Paper Smooches. There are similar ones all over the place, so just use exactly what you have. I'm using some walnut stain distress ink to just make the brown part on a scrap piece of cardstock, and I don't want it to be nice and smooth and even because that's not how trees are, so I'm not worried about blending it in or making it nice. It's pretty splotchy. I'm also using some mowed lawn, and in a minute I will use some pine needles distress ink to create some of the green that I will end up using for the leaves. The excuse me, the leaves that I use are also, they came with the little Paper Smooches tree set, so I have that big row of leaves and then the little trio of leaves in the corner, and I don't end up using the trio of leaves. I just put on all of the little leaves. So I have my little tree, and I'm just going to run the leaves one through again so that I've got plenty of leaves for my little tree. Okay, so now starting to put my scene together. My tree is a little bit tall, so I'm just going to cut him down a wee bit. Oh, I changed my mind and decided to stamp the sentiment on the truck. This is a WOW stamp set that's just got a whole lot of sentiments and greetings on it. So this one is going to be a little happy birthday truck. So I got my truck in the corner and just the two words happy birthday that stack on top of each other. And I've just put my grid transparency in there so that I can get them lined up nice and even, and I thought they were a little too far down, so they just happened to fit really nicely. I had a couple of sentiments that I could have used, a couple of happy birthday ones, but that one worked fine. This is my little trick. Sorry, I've zoomed in and I'll realise now. I've got my little piece of acetate on there just to check, which is my little trick I always do, and then now I can stamp it down using some VersaFine Onyx black ink. So my little truck's done. Happy birthday on him, and clean off my stamps and pop them back in. I have a tiny little work area, so I have to kind of clean as I go. Okay, now I'm going to come back and start creating my scene. As I said, my little tree was a little bit tall, so I have cut him down and just deciding where he needs to go. Adhere him on using the Ranger Multi-Matte Medium and put my little truck in place so I can see where I think I want him. And now I'm just going to again use the same glue and put lots of little dots around and then adhere on all of these leaves. I wasn't quite sure how to do them, so I just put them all over the place, and it was nice having a bit of variation in the green colours. With some of them I had to add a little bit more glue, and I probably didn't add enough to begin with, so put on all of my little leaves, and then I'll end up having to trim off some of the branches and leaves from the side because this panel is not a full A2 size, so I will once I adhere it to a card base, it'll have a little bit of white border around the edge. I decided to layer up some of the leaves. I kind of like that look of more piled up. So then I have this washi tape, and it's a little road, and this is what actually got me thinking about this card. Was I saw this washi tape in my little stash and I'd never used it, so I got these trucks just in a recent haul video, these vehicles, and so it looked like fun. I'm just putting some foam tape on the back of my little truck. This is a really simple card and pretty easy to do. So just trimming up the little bits of adhesive that were annoying me. And put my little truck on, trimming up some of the leaves. This is where a couple of the leaves came off as well, so I had to pop them back on with a little bit more glue. That one was an escapee leaf. And then from here I'm just going to use some more foam tape I use plenty of foam tape as well, and I'm going to adhere it onto the card base using foam tape, and then that is my little card for today. Thank you so much for joining me, and as usual, if you see any things in bits and pieces of my haul videos that you would like me to do a card with, then just let me know in the comments section below. Thanks very much. Bye.